Hey guys, welcome back. Today's topic of discussion is applying yourself. I think one thing that's always stuck with me ever since I've watched this documentary. So the documentary is called Bud's Class, and I forget the exact numbers. I think it's like 258. Maybe it's I'm probably not even close, but I think it's 258. And it is about kind of the Navy SEALs test to become, or to at least, the process of becoming a Navy SEAL. And wow, those guys go through the ringer. I'm watching that on my couch, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I do nothing with my life. I suck. But no, those guys go through the app. It's a great documentary, especially if you need a little bit of motivation in your life. You're like, I suck, and you just watch that, and you're like, I could do so much. Look at what these guys are doing. But anyway, that quote, "It pays to be a winner," has always stuck with me from that documentary. And to me, it means to me it means you don't have to win all the time, right? Like, as much as it says it pays to be a winner. Applying yourself and putting your best foot forward to become a winner, is gonna pay you just as much dividends, maybe a little less, but just as much dividends as being the absolute winner, and it'll put you in a position to become the winner one day. So, my story behind this is in college I played ice hockey, and I came on as the third string goalie. And if you guys played sports before, third string is way below first string. I know, shocking information, right? But it means you're pretty much not going to play, and you're going to be warm on the bench, opening doors and lounging around, right? You're not going to have really any impact at all in the season. And that was my first year. I kind of knew that I wasn't going to play much outside of like exhibition games. And maybe if we were up 10, goals, I'd get in. But that didn't really make me lose the enjoyment for the sport, right? I would do the most. The other guys would get off the ice. I would still be on the ice, taking extra shots, practicing more, being on the ice for an extra half an hour, 45 minutes, and then I'd get off and go work out. And you do that, maybe it wasn't every day, but it was more often than not I was doing it. And I knew that, maybe this will work out, and maybe I'll be even better. I'll be a better third string, and maybe I'll be given an opportunity later on in the year. After my freshman year, there were no opportunities. I didn't get to play at all, and it really sucked. But I think that kind of kicked me into gear, especially over the summer. Training harder and really coming into the next year with maybe more. I don't know, rocks in my shoe. I had a rock in my shoe, chip on my shoulder. Chip on my shoulder sounds way better. But I went in there with my chip on my shoulder and repeated the exact same thing. Stayed on the ice longer, watched more video, worked out, maybe when other guys weren't, right? Did the extra steps and put the best foot forward I could, right? Because I can't just walk in and say, I'm going to play. I'm going to walk into the coach's office and be like, I'm playing tonight. I can't do that. That's a really good way to get laughed at. So we were about halfway through our season, and first two guys weren't playing that well, and I got my opportunity, and I kind of ran with it. So for the last year and a half of my career, I was a starting guy, and I will wholeheartedly say that was the best probably 4 years I've ever played the sport. Those are my best. Even the years I didn't play, the amount I got better and the amount that I really applied myself, I'm super proud of, and it was something that I can definitely be proud of. And to anybody in their life, whether it's in your career, and whether it's in your career or whether it's in sports, do more. That is and be coachable. I think that would be the third thing that's that would work out. Be coachable. Whether it's your boss telling you need to start fixing this, hey, you need to come in a little bit earlier, or hey, watch out for this mistake when you're making the memo or the document or whatever you're doing at work. Or when you're in sports, it's if the coach tells you, hey, I think you should shoot from here. I think you should make this pass, right? Take that advice. Whether it works out or whether it doesn't is another thing. If it doesn't work out, you say, hey, coach, I tried. It's not working. And you keep trying other ways, because maybe your pass is getting blocked consistently, and they're just trying to find another way to not get your pass blocked. Be coachable and just stay out there longer. If all the guys are getting off, do an extra lap. If, the guys are working out for 30 minutes, work out for 45 minutes. If the guys are working out kind of half-assed, work out full-assed. Have your ass out while you're working out. No, but, just put 110% in. And it sounds so cliche, but it's so true. You'll be life. I'm not a super big believer in someone else kind of divine entity coming in and it's your time. But I'm a wholehearted believer if you make your own luck. And that all that means is if you put in the effort, something's bound to happen, right? Life isn't stagnant. Something is bound to happen where you'll be given an opportunity again, whether that's work. Maybe the senior to you is sick, and maybe you've been putting up so much good work recently that their boss is like, hey, can you step in for him for 2 weeks or whatever, however long they're out, and you do a fantastic job there, and maybe another position opens up with the same title. Looking pretty good for you now to get that position, isn't you? Got a lot of good references on your side. Or for sports, if you're putting them up in practice and you're working extra hard, the coach sees it. Coach sees a lot, and the coach will see you putting in that extra effort, and they see you in the gym, staying a little bit longer, and they see you stretching and showing up to practice early. You're gonna get your opportunity. You 100% will. And if you don't, if there is some reason where you don't, you have come out a better person for it, and you later on in life will be able to apply these things, and you'll take that home and go, this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, and I will get opportunities somewhere down the line. But yeah, that is it. Apply yourself, guys. Apply yourself in whatever you're doing, whatever you love. If it's YouTube, same thing. 120%. You're on everybody's video trying to build a community. Look, I'm doing this for fun, but if I know people do this is what they want their life to be, and if that's what you want your life to be, you got to go full beans. And that's my advice. Go full beans, and I don't think something negative will come out of it. You might not get what you want, but something good will come out of it. I promise you that. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this commentary. Let me know what you guys want to hear, what you want to talk about. I can talk about careers, maybe my career in the next video, and kind of how I've navigated it, and hopefully it'll maybe open up some doors for you, or maybe open up some thoughts. If not, maybe I'll talk about, I don't know, maybe Formula One. Oscar Piastri, oh my God, this guy is legit, and I really want Max to start getting some extra sneaky wins, and maybe one of the McLaren drivers drops off. I want this the closest year ever. George Russell needs a win too. I wanted a 4-way fight. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.